Welcome back, viewers. Norm, we have a chance. I have a very special guest today, and very special, and I think we're going to get some insights to this young man. Norm, can you do the introduction here?
Yeah, we'd like to welcome IanJohnston. Joined Brockville Braves on October 5 of this year, coming in from the Canada team, and currently has 8 goals and 23 assists for 31 points. What else can I tell you about him? He's a sneaky, quick, intelligent player who sees the ice very well and gets the puck to where it ought to be.
Right. I'm going to tell you a brief story here that will lead into a couple of insights about Ian. Between periods, I was in the rink on Friday night, and I saw a couple of former cohorts, and I said, can I join the science department meeting? And I asked one of them, I said, now how come you're at the game? He says, well, I like hockey. And he said, IanJohnston's on the team, and I used to curl with his parents. And I thought, whoa, it's been 50 years since you lived in Ottawa, Ian. He said, no, they lived in Brockville. So your parents did live in Brockville for a spell.
Yeah, actually, I think it was probably close to 20 years ago, so it's been a while now, but they were here for 3 years, I think. So when I first got traded here, they were really excited, and they started showing me around in their old house. So It was funny how that worked out.
That's great. You know, and last week we had Tommy on the show, and he told us a little bit about his sister. Any sports genes in your family?
Actually, yeah, there's one real close. So my brother, Doug Johnston, he's a goalie for the Gloucester Rangers in this league. Right. So I think it's his third, maybe kind of third and a half year in this league, so he's been around for a while here. So it's always fun playing against him, and it's a big rivalry. So
how many have you scored on him?
I think I've got 2 over the career against him. I think
he's got your number.
Yeah, the first time we ever played, I got his number, and then ever since then, he's had me. So he's got the last laugh right now.
Well, that's great. You know, and the Braves have been a team of brothers lately, so yours is just a little different. Doug's on another team.
Exactly.
How are you enjoying the transition after you came to Brockville?
It's been, I had nothing but good things to say about Brockville and the team and the organization. It's been a blast ever since I've been here. So, you know, I already kind of knew a couple of the guys before I got in, and so that kind of made the transition a little easier. But you know, all the guys have been so nice and welcoming, so it's been a really easy transition here.
That's so good to hear, because that positive approach has shown on the ice as well.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's so many good players on this team. I think we have a really deep team, so you know, it's really easy to work with the guys out there, and you know, everyone's playing for each other, so it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Ian, I understand you've committed to Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Division I school.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I believe his name was, let me see, Eric Niels Raven. Do you know that name?
No, I don't know that name.
He played goal for Lake Superior. He was from Ottawa.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he played with Gloucester or Ottawa. I'm not sure which, back in 2009. But at any rate, now you're committed. When do you join them?
I'm joining them for the start of next season. So
great.
This will be my last year of junior hockey. So
have you visited the university?
I have. Right before I committed last October, I went down and spent the weekend there, and I love the facilities, everything about the school and the organization. So I think it was a no-brainer.
I bet you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, really excited. So I can't wait to get up there and start kind of a new chapter of hockey up there.
And what I really like to see is, although you've got this deal in the bank, it hasn't impacted negatively on your game. You're still given 110%, if there is such a thing, every night when you're out there.
Right, yeah, especially playing for a contender this year like Brockville. I mean, every night's a huge game, especially with how tight the standings are this year. So, you know, everyone on the team really wants to win this year. So every game, no one's kind of taking the night off, no matter what your plan is in the future. Every guy is just here right now and wants to win. This is the most important thing.
I just recently learned that you were an academic all-star in 2014, 2015 in the league.
Yeah, right. So I guess at the end of the year they come up with the awards, and so I was lucky enough to make the academic all-star team.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, going to play Division I hockey, the marks are huge. So although the hockey is really important, you got to make sure your marks stay up as well. So that was really important.
You had last year. You had lofty academic numbers, didn't you? Somewhere between 86 and 90.
Yeah, right in between there. So I was pretty fortunate to get the grades that I did. So that really helps out.
But Lake Superior is looking to have you in there, and being as academically inclined as you are, plus your hockey.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'm really excited to get there, and I hope that they feel the same way.
Your stats must have been good.
Yeah, I did pretty well. So it's definitely a struggle. All the studying and then the 3.5 hour test. So it's a lot of work, but I'm happy to have that over with and got the
Did
got
somebody in
the
the
mark I
league
needed.
help with the stats, or do the teams have academic advisors?
Most teams do. Yeah, they kind of have their own little program they do to study for it. I know that in Brockville this year, every Monday night there's a group of about 6 or 7 guys that go and they have an hour and study for the test. So I think every team does it a little bit differently.
It seems to me, I remember, isn't it Dr. Kaloff
Yes.
that is the league?
Yes, he's the league sort of convener for academics, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, and then as Ian has said, each team sort of sets their own standard as to what they're going to do and to make programs available. I don't know about currently, but I know previously Nori Spence from South Grenville used to run the SAT course and prepare everybody for that, yeah.
How's it playing with the Folks twins?
I just kind of when I first got here, I was playing with the Folks twins, and they're both great players, so they're really easy to play with. And as of late, the last couple games, I've been playing with Robinson and Billings.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're also 2 great players. So no matter who you're with on the team, they're going to be really good players. So I mean, it's really easy to jump in and fit in on any line and play with them.
Not to separate, but those 2 top lines are great.
I think they are 2 very strong 2 lines on a team in this league. But I think we get a lot of our wins from the bottom 2 lines as well. And I wouldn't even consider them bottom 2 lines.
They come in with timely scoring,
Right.
and that's okay too. I believe that, and they're preventing goals, obviously.
Exactly. So I think we have a really deep team. So that's what's contributing to our success so far at the start of the season.
Yes,
Now-
everybody has a role, so
Sure.
yeah.
Now, I sense there's a tightness in that dressing room with the Braves.
Yeah, there is for sure. And
Describe it.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed coming from a city team was that a lot of guys in the city, they're living at home and they have their life outside of the team.
Mhm.
But here in Brockville, most guys are building, and so that kind of changes things. Where every guy, they go to practice, they go home, and then they hang out with each other at night, and that makes the tightness really kind of helps with the tightness. So I think everyone's really good friends on the team. We all spend a lot of time together and we get along, so it contributes on the ice as well.
Well, I was out to breakfast, as I was telling Whit. I was out to breakfast on Friday morning, and I was sitting there having breakfast with my wife, and in walked a dozen Braves.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time together. We go out to eat a lot, so it's not surprising that you saw us all there.
Oh,
So.
yeah, it was super.
Another smaller group, though, when I was coming over to the studio today, I walked past the Salvation Army Christmas kettle, and Mike Murray and Vince Renda were their team sweaters and manning the
super.
kettle and raising funds.
Yeah, so I think we got Jamie McDougall in charge of that kind of volunteering side, and we spend a lot of time volunteering in the community. So that's actually the thing we're doing this week is every guy's spending a couple hours over with the Salvation Army doing that. So it's just it's a lot of fun to do that as well.
Yeah, just another aspect of the camaraderie and the friendship among the players.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we have a great fan base here in Brockville, so it's definitely great to get out in the community and kind of give back for them supporting our team.
That's nice to hear.
Who's the toughest team you've had to play against this year?
Probably at the top of the pack is Carleton Place. They're a tough team to play.
We saw that Friday.
Yeah, they're big, they're strong, but they're I think head on head. I think we have no problem beating them. So they're definitely a tough team to play. But if you want to win championships, you're going to have to beat tough teams. So
You're going to have to go through Carleton Place to win.
You might as well get used to it. So
Yeah.
it's always an exciting game to get up for and a challenge. So we all look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, Ian, we want to thank you very much for being on our show. think we provided a few insights. Norm and I have picked up a couple of ideas
Yeah.
from you, so it's really good. And thank you very much for being here.
For sure, yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Great.
Ian Johnson, Rockville Bridge.